Well, hello there. This is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm excited about today. Today is free soap day. But before we get into that, I want to let you know that the whole recipe written out will be in my Patreon. Also, guys, all of my recipes to my candles, wax melts, skincare, sugar scrub, you name it, everything is there. You get training. We have a group chat where we talk to you 24 hours a day if we up. So go in the description box and you won't be disappointed. Also, like the video. So let's go over these ingredients. Okay, so this is my live water. These are my oils. This is my fragrance, y'all. I went with a eucalyptus and spearmint fragrance, and I will let you guys know where I got it from. It behaved so wonderfully. This is sodium lactate. Sodium lactate is really good for hardening up the bar, and it's definitely something that I like to use in every cold process recipe. This is a little bit of vegetable glycerin, and this is what we're going to use to disperse our kojic acid in, okay? And it's our live water, and inside of this pail we have olive oil, palm oil, shea butter, stearic acid, coconut oil, and also safflower oil, and canola. You guys can always change the recipe up to your liking. Just let me know. And also, this is my bentonite clay, and I like to use that. Yeah, I like to use it. I don't know why. I just like to put it in pretty much all of my cold process soaps if I can and if I remember. Right here, this is our kojic acid. I'm going to take that and put that inside some water in a little bit. But first thing first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of the sodium lactate. Now, I can use 5 tablespoons because you use like a tablespoon per pound. But I'm only using 2 because everything about this bar brings this solid bar. So I really don't need it to be like too hard. The stearic acid also helps with hardening the bar, so that's why I use that in the recipe. So right now we're going to go ahead, we're going to take our kojic acid, we're going to put it into some vegetable glycerin, okay? So just go ahead and put it all in there. And so one thing I want to tell you guys about kojic acid, it is something that you definitely want to make sure that you use the right usage rates. And what I studied from kojic acid is you can only go up to 3%, and some people are super sensitive. And so for this particular recipe, 1% of it called for about 0.8, and I just felt like that was a lot. So I only used about maybe a teaspoon full or a tablespoon. That's the most I was using in this recipe. Now, kojic acid is really good for hyperpigmentation. It just kind of gets that skin even. It helps with those dark marks along with the turmeric. If you guys can put carrot in it, carrot is really good. You would just probably have to put that in as a puree, okay? And that would be like your water replacement. Now, when it comes down to this particular recipe, like I said earlier, I used the stearic acid as a hardener, but I used 8.01 ounces of lye, 17.92 ounces of water, 6 ounces of canola, 4 ounces of olive oil. I used 5 ounces of vegetable shortening, not palm oil. I used vegetable shortening. And then I used 15 ounces of coconut oil, 5 ounces of shea butter. And then I used about 0.5 ounces of stearic acid. I used 17 ounces of safflower oil. And then when it came down to my fragrance, which I'm using eucalyptus and spearmint from Aztec, I used 3.5 ounces, okay? So you're going to take everything. Now, listen, y'all, I did not know that this was going to fill up this container, so I had to switch to a different container. Now, this is for a 5-pound bowl, but you can go to Wholesale Supplies Plus. They have percentage to ounce calculator, and you can use one of those calculators, and you can get it and just put this recipe in there and just scale down if you only want to make like 2 pounds, you know. All right. Now, I used about 1 tablespoon of kojic acid. I used 2 tablespoons of sodium lactate. Now, I did not want my bars to be like super yellow, because usually like when you do turmeric, it turns yellow. I wanted it to be kind of orange, so I used a little orange mica just to throw that yellow off. So I just used like a pinch of that, all right? And then I used 2 spoons of turmeric, and I had to definitely tell you guys, the recipe. So go ahead and rewind and write that down. Now, turmeric soap is normally a top seller for me. Like when I go to farmers markets, oatmeal and turmeric sell pretty fast. So you won't have a problem with selling this soap. The one thing I want to tell you guys is be mindful of your usage rates, okay? So when it comes down to kojic acid, don't try to put a whole lot in here, because there are some situations where we've seen people whole face burnt up. This is literally acid. So when working with these particular products, you must follow the usage rate. If you go over that usage rate, you can run into a situation where you might be sued, okay? Because this is very serious. And then with the turmeric, you want to make sure that you only use about maybe 2 tablespoons per 5 pounds, because one thing I'm going to tell you about turmeric is turmeric do burn. Okay, it does burn. And another thing is people don't want to buy your soap and put it in the bathtub and their whole shower is orange or yellow, whatever color it come out. So that's just something that you need to know, okay? So I really just added a little bit of mica powder to enhance the color rather than me adding a little bit more turmeric to enhance the color. And to make it a little bit more believable, like, okay, this really is turmeric soap, all right? Guys, there are so many different things you could do to this particular soap. Like I said earlier, you can add carrot puree. You can add some honey in it. Of course, mix your honey into the oils. Guys, ignore my clothes. I'm learning on free soap day, do not wear your good clothes, because last week, y'all, I got lye on my clothes and it was tearing my skin up. It was really bad. So I'm going to be shopping for an apron very soon, because this is just not going to work for me. So I usually stop stick blending and I normally pour. But this time I was like, I really wanted to come to a really thick trace, because I don't want to wait around for it to thicken up for me to have to do something with the top. So for the fragrance, like I told you, I use 3.5 ounces. You can use about 4 ounces without a problem. And I use a eucalyptus and spearmint from Aztec. I was really scared using this fragrance because Aztec is really not known for soap fragrance. They usually just known for like candles and wax melts. I mean, that's just usually what I used to do. When I used to order them, I would be like, okay, room spray, hot process soap. I didn't know how it would behave inside of the cold process soap. Well, guys, this is my second time using Aztec inside of my soap. And let me tell you guys, it baffled me how good it performed. I did not expect it to. I was like, this get ready to tear up, but let's just see. And it really worked out so well. So what I'm learning is, when I'm finding out or just searching for new fragrances, like I'll have stuff already and I'll be scared to use it, just go to the reviews, y'all. If you can go to the reviews, it will answer all of your questions. And also be a person to leave a review, because soapers like me and my colleagues, my friends, we all depend on your reviews to tell us whether or not we need to purchase this fragrance and, if it's going to behave. So Nature's Garden, Nurture Soap, all of these candle science, just these websites, if it does not show in the review that anybody used it, we usually just don't take a chance, or we'll just go somewhere where we know, they're going to let us know, like Wholesale Supplies Plus, they're going to tell us. Nurture Soap, they're going to tell us how it behaved. And then if we go to Nature's Garden, they're going to tell us how it behaved in soap as well, because they usually test it. So there are some companies like Fragrance Buddy, Virginia Candle, they really don't specialize in soap. They specialize in candles. So you'll see a whole lot about hot throw, cold throw, but you won't see like how it behaves in soap. So for that reason, these companies need us. And guys, as you can see, the color is like that of a carrot. Now, when you finish pouring your soap, y'all, I want to let you guys know, go ahead and pop this soap in the freezer, because if not, it is definitely going to gel on you. The ingredients will make it go through the gel phase, and some people don't like the gel phase because it kind of dissipates the fragrance, and also it just gets a little dark and ugly, and sometimes you're just left with a ring in the middle of your soap. So, put it in the freezer just to avoid that. If you don't mind the gel phase, then go ahead, leave it out for a little bit, let it go through the phase, put a towel over it so it can completely go. Force it into the gel phase with a towel, but don't cover it with plastic and stuff because it will overheat and it will come outside of the actual mold. Okay, so me, I'm just playing around with the top, having a good old time. Guys, listen, I get a lot of y'all messages, emails, and a lot of you guys have been very discouraged about this market lately. I started coming on here giving you guys free soap recipes because I want to let you know that this is a product that will sell in a downturning economy without a problem. If you can get stuff like, body sprays, pet products. Pet products is like number one. That's why we got a pet perfume that we sell. A lot of the members in the Patreon use it. And also soap. Yes, soap. Soap does not stop selling. It sells year round. And also you can substitute a lot of these ingredients, y'all. Like every oil I got on here, if you wanted to go and get canola and replace every oil and just use canola, you can definitely do that. You can make these soap bars good, and you can down the price of you actually making it. Okay, instead of buying palm oil, I don't buy palm oil. I buy vegetable shortening. Okay, and then there's ways to be able to go to the Webstaurant store. They have like a popping oil that can replace your coconut oil. It's just so many different ways to save money and to make quality bars at the same time. Guys, don't be discouraged of this market. This is not going to last forever. And don't be the person that quit and just give up on your baby in the midst of a hard time. You got to be able to ride this thing out if this is your vision. If you can see yourself getting off your job, if you can see yourself, being independent and just, making a lot of money within your business, being self-sufficient, being able to help other people. If this is your vision that's inside your heart, it's going to manifest. It's going to come to pass in the name of Jesus. So don't be discouraged and don't be weary in well doing, because in due season you will reap if you do not faint. Don't give up. The thing I did was just play with the top so I could talk to y'all, whatever. And now I'm going to just finally finish the top because I'm done talking. But listen, y'all, we got a soap club coming up. It's coming up at the end. Actually like next week. This week we got a little candle. We doing some pillars. Okay, so we're going to put some pictures on pillar candles, and they're actually going to be called like memorial candles. So we're going to be doing that this Saturday. So if you join the Patreon, you can come talk to us, have a good time with us. We always coming together. And then after that, we're going to have a soul club, and that's on a $5 level. And everybody, we come together. We're going to eat popcorn. We're going to drink wine. We got Coach Kanika coming. She's going to give us some good advice. You definitely don't want to miss it. But this is the end. This is my bars, y'all. They came out pretty cool. I love the color. It kind of reminds me of like pumpkin. All right.